So here I am with the base of our first cabinet, using my porter cable jig, doing the pocket holes around the side, the front for the face frame, and the other side I'm about to do. I did the two end panels now. This is a cupboard that'll go there beside the dishwasher. And starting to feel like we're getting a kitchen now. It's pretty dark in here. It'd be great when we actually have more than one little light. I'll attempt to video this. This is make it tricky. Okay, so here goes nothing. I'm very impatient, waiting for the drill bit to stop moving, and then to clean out any sawdust. Not my favorite part, but it beats doing this with a little tiny jig. This is pretty good because I have a pocket hole up here, and it has a little marking here, and I can kind of just visually line it up. So they're, approximately across from each other. Approximately lined up with this pocket hole up here. But once it's clamped in place, it doesn't move anyway. It's a very good clamp. There. It does make a lot of sawdust, so if I wasn't in the middle of my kitchen with this fastened to a piece of wood fastened to this workmate bench, then I probably would be better off with a dust collector attached to the other end. And you just turn it upside down, tap out any of the holes, and that one's ready to go. My cabinet is 22 inches wide, so I have, this is the inside of it, so you got to take off the 3/4 inch from each side, so that's 20.5. And I have all these cross piece members here. I need at the top back, top front, the back top, and the back bottom. I need 4 of them. So I need to cut them down to the 20.5 as well, and then put 2 pocket holes at the end of each one, and they'll be there to brace the cabinet when we put it together. So I need to measure these at 20 and 0.5, so 20.5. He's taken the other 2 side members out to make sure that they are truly square on the table saw, because he did them all on the skill saw. The dimensions, it's 31 high, because once you add your countertop and your toe kick, you get to the 36. And they're 22 inches deep, 22.5 inches deep. And you add the 3/4 inch face frame and the 3/4 inch drawer fronts, or door fronts, there's mostly all drawers. Then you end up with the 24 inch deep cupboard. Once he brings those 2 back, we're ready to try to assemble the first carcass. The second one, I have to sand the base. He just brought that one into me, so I have to actually sand it down. So perhaps I will retire the miter saw, put it on the floor, put my base there, and do my sanding there. This is the base of my sink cabinet. It's 72 inches long. I could have made each cabinet individual. Beside where the sink is, it's 33 inches. There's 2 banks of drawers beside it. Could have done that, but you're wasting plywood by putting, your sink cupboard has 2 sides, and then right beside it you put a bank of drawers that also has 2 sides. Now you've cut down your kitchen by 3/4 of an inch, and you wasted a piece of plywood. So I figured it'd just be easier to do one big cabinet for the sink, one big cabinet I'm putting for my baking area, and then the cabinet that goes over here by the dishwasher. So I'm just sanding it down. I picked this as the good side. So I'll sand down this side, and then I will flip it over and put pocket holes down the sides, which will go into the side members. and the front, which will go onto the face frame that attaches to it. I've already done the other side. It's a little dusty in here, but not really. This bag helps catch a lot of it. And I've been using this 220 grit. Not as sandy as it used to be, but it still feels smooth as butter. I don't feel as disheveled now. Wash my face, comb my hair. It's been a very long day. I was painting the shiplap that's going to go on the wall there, which was our old ceiling. And we took the ceiling down. It was all nice boards that were like tongue and groove and everything. But I didn't like how on the front it looked like the boards were only 3 inches apart. There was a V groove down the middle. I didn't like that look. So we took the back side of them. We planed them all to get a nice fresh bit of wood on them. I did sand them down with 150 grit sandpaper. I didn't re-sand between coats because it's not meant to be a smooth glossy cabinet. It's meant to be a little rough looking on the wall, little, farmhouse country kind of stuff. So I used Sherwin-Williams paint they have for spray paint. I have my HVLP spray painter. It's more than enough to do this whole wall behind the sink and the cabinets. But it's a bit of a waste because you're not going to see behind the cabinets. So we actually just got some underlayment. We're going to use this underlayment over there for hanging the ceiling tiles up. But it's just a bit too wobbly. And we thought, okay, you know what? We're going to upgrade that to 1/2-inch plywood. Because the metal ceiling tiles, they're 2 feet by 2 feet. And we're a little bit afraid if you're upstairs and jumping around, they're going to hear this metal flipping around. We get the underlayment to go under the tiles to put up together as one unit, so it wouldn't do the thing, but it's really flimsy. So we actually thought we'd go with 1/2-inch plywood. We picked that up the other day, so he's cut them all out. They're in my painting room, ready to stick my ceiling tiles onto. Debating whether we're going to glue them, screw them, or nail them on. Any of those work, actually. Even just finished nails would work, as long as it doesn't go past the 1/2-inch. And then we'll use those and screw them as one big unit right to the ceiling. So if you needed to, well, it's a little bit trickier. You could take it down, technically. They'll be screwed to the ceiling. But there's going to be coffers in between them all. So it would be a little bit of work to get that all down. But not impossible. That underlayment is left over now. We didn't need it. So we thought instead of using all the shiplap floor to ceiling on a wall you only see half of, let's just put the underlayment against the wall. We just want to seal it up, make sure no mice or anything get into the cupboards, hopefully, although I know they can chew through wood that's 1 inch thick, but that's another side note. And so we had a piece there cut out, and we were like looking, oh yeah, we could do this. And so we haven't got that up yet because he has to do the plumbing for the sink. And I thought, well, if we have a sink cabinet ready to go, then we can kind of see what that's going to be. Since I have the sink base here, it makes a great work surface. So I have the base of my cupboard I'm working on. I have the 2 sides, and this is the front. I have the pocket holes here at the front. And I have the front here. So I need to clamp these 2 together so that I can put my pocket holes, screws down this way. Now I have 3/4 inch plywood. So I have my 1 1/4 inch Kreg screws. These are the washer head ones. These are for, they're coarse for soft plywood. And I have pine for the face frame, so it's also for pine. Well, you really need the right angle clamp. It has a little adjuster wheel here, which have a set for a 2x4, so I'm not sure how much adjustment I'm going to have to do, but we'll figure that out in a second. So again, I have the front of the cabinet here with the front of the cabinet underneath there. This sits inside like this. So I need to make a perfect right angle for these 2. So I'm going to do the one closest to my clamp. Voila, one done. Before I try to put the other side on top, it's probably a good idea to put a couple of brackets in here to hold it when I do that. yeah, this is the back. The whole pocket holes on the back. A couple of pocket holes on the underside here. So when I put this in the front, I can use those same pocket holes to get into my face frame. Okay, so I just made 3 pocket holes on the front. This is the front side, where all my pocket holes are on the side and the bottom. I didn't have any at the top. So making sure you put it in the correct way, so the holes will go into this way into your face frame. Then we'll put that on. That's the back. And that brace, there's 2 pocket holes in each brace. There's the side. Very dark here, of course, my shadow. There's the side with the pocket holes ready to accept the face frame. And the top brace, of course, the pocket holes are on the top. You don't see them on this side. Same as the one there. And yeah.